You going to mug me?
Am I gonna mug you?
Is that gorgeous or what, eh?
And I believe I can run a decent marathon.
Download Veely now.
Erika and Michael live in a time capsule.
The room is very dated.
Looks like it did 50 years ago.
There is nothing tying anything together right now. I know how to make it work, but they may have some strong opinions about our choices.
It's a bit shocking.
I hate it.
Like it or not, this room needs a triple shot of personality, and we're gonna show you how right now. Great design comes from a winning formula. Mine is as basic as a set of building blocks. Put them together, add up the results, and you've got a sensational room. Erika, Michael, and their kids live in a mix of the slim 50s and the slightly fatter 80s.
49, this is it.
Neat. Like many of us, they're looking for direction. Oh, groovy.
I want the room to fit with the whole design of the house. It's mid-century modern.
This is really an amazing space that has been preserved as a museum.
We want to appreciate the 50s look, but bring it up to today and make it current.
There's a huge organ in here.
Well, it just doesn't seem really appropriate to have a musical instrument right beside the fireplace.
Some hot jazz maybe in the evening.
Okay, the funky, groovy furniture and some of the time warp stuff also sits in total contrast to some of the newer things. So that works, but it doesn't work with these.
We have a couch and chair that I found at the Goodwill on their 50% off day, and $35 later, we had a $25 couch and a $10 chair.
And then what's happening over here? It's like everything soft is on this side of the room,
Yes.
right? And then there's the furniture gallery here.
Everything here is very hard.
If you were seated in this area of the room, you'd be able to see out onto the street, but you'd also have a far better connection to the backyard.
It's one of the most beautiful things about this house is it has a very indoor-outdoor feel to it, doesn't it?
Right.
And the window covering situation is a bit of a problem.
There is no window covering.
Well, come nightfall, this is a goldfish bowl.
Probably my biggest frustration with the room is people can see in the house and it's like you're on display, and I really, really hate that.
I'm feeling as though you are eminently qualified to help these people.
I can help. I think this is one of the few times that I walk into a room and think, you know what? There's actually a few things in this room that I want to work with.
There are a few.
Like the sofa and the chair, yeah.
What are you thinking in terms of fabric? Are we going to draw inspiration from the out of doors?
I think that as a sort of design focus, it makes sense to think about how you bring the outside in.
Totally agree.
Okay, this is what we're thinking. The room needs to jibe with the home's architectural style. We're going to connect these rooms to the lush outdoors and maximize every square inch.
I think that the first thing we need to do is figure out where we are, because I believe we are lost in the suburbs.
I think we might be. First things first, we need a floor plan. Okay, let's talk about this layout. We've asked Lindsay, a member of our Correct Design team, to create some options. Right now, the L-shaped space has the dining room at one end, the living room at the other, and storage in between. I'd like to move the sofa to the far wall, create another seating area in front of the window, and rethink the dining room. Maybe it's allowing the dining room to feel a bit bigger if we do some sort of bench along the wall.
Okay.
To take it up a notch and make that space seem even better, I was thinking, what if we treated the wall beneath the clear story window with mirror?
Might make it look like one full long piece of window.
I think it would help kind of draw those two spaces together.
Love
Do you like that idea?
Love it.
Right. We're gonna resuscitate this mix and match museum if we don't kill ourselves first. We're starting with fabric, which can lead the entire scheme. Our inspiration, the outdoors. It's kind of fun.
Too traditional.
Too small.
That's a little interesting.
Dandelions?
This is hitting me over the head with a frying pan.
Hello. How about this one?
I love that. That is absolutely the perfect jumping off point fabric.
It's a contemporary take on mid-50s style, and what a great palette to pull from. All I can tell you is if the fabric is called Copacabana, everybody's having a really good time, and there's some sort of a drink that's been made in the blender. Copacabana. But before we pull out the blender, we need to also find fabric for that $35 matching sofa and chair. This is nice. Do you think it goes?
No.
Maybe this is too plush.
I don't think that color.
How about a pattern?
That pattern I could do in a heartbeat. That's a great pattern.
Let's do our test. I feel like I need some really good music to do this too. Here's a surefire test for wool upholstery fabrics. Check out the durability by giving it a good rub. If it starts to pill or show any wear, you're really gonna notice it. This is looking good to me.
Is it? Texture, home run, link to the jumping off point fabric, home run. It's perfect.
Since Copacabana is such a bold pattern, we can only use it sparingly, like on an ottoman or accessories, but it's strong enough to lead the color scheme for the entire space. Lindsay's pulling fabrics for all the other furniture and accents going into the room. You know what I don't see? I don't see any sheen. Now it's just a matter of eliminating.
What are your thoughts on drapes for the space?
This is a nice option. $9 a yard, mostly polyester. It'll stand up to the sun. We're good to go. I'd say we've got a pretty great foundation happening here.
Is there anything
Richardson.
we're missing that you would like to see?
Oh, I know. Furniture to put all this on.
Chairs, chairs, chairs.
They're small.
Those?
I think these are too flimsy. These are bigger. I still don't think they're perfect though. Everything here closes in half an hour, so
Okay,
let's
we've
go.
got half hour. What about this one?
Yeah. Okay, right away, look at this coffee table.
I like
Okay.
the chrome with the wood.
I want this. I'm taking this home with me. This is vintage chrome and modern. Like, is it too ultra modern?
And they're not very comfortable.
Okay, moving on. We've been from one end of the city to the other in about 3.5 hours, and we have not found our chairs. We may have found a coffee table. I saw some cool stuff that I like to buy for myself. I want this. But the project is no further ahead.
And we're not batting 1,000 on our fabric choices either.
I hate it.
Erika and Michael's family have a living dining room needing a design intervention.
My opinion usually overrules his.
I just like to make her happy.
Their retro museum is getting shots of style and common sense. There's actually a few things in this room that I want to work with. Our goal is to give it a personality lift. Hello. And our plan is to maximize the layout by creating 2 seating areas in the living room and jog the new dining room against the wall for more space. Every dining room needs chairs, and that's where we're starting. Do you think it's a problem that these chairs are on wheels and they also swivel? I'm gonna say no.
I think it's inviting misbehavior.
Yeah.
Can I get up from the table? Can I go and do my homework? Can I hang out with my friends?
Okay, move away from the naughty. No luck with the dining chairs. How about something for the living room? Those are some chairs in need of some love.
They need new upholstery, but look at the fabulous shape. Like, super fabulous shape.
I love a chair that has a little crook for your elbows.
And the comfort of these chairs, that's what we need.
They're bouncy.
I love this. I really do.
But what does our upholsterer think?
I just had a chance to glance at it, but first of all, all of these totally unique.
Really?
According to Eugene, these chairs are 1950s originals, totally in tune with our mid-century theme.
I never seen braided hay in my entire life.
You've never seen that. What does a gay horse say?
I don't know.
Hey!
Hey!
But a room doesn't live on furniture alone. The fixed elements need attention too.
Does that appeal to you?
That definitely appeals to me. I love the whitewashed finish. Refinishing the original floors will run $2,200. Turns out new flooring won't cost much more. And if the difference is only $800 between keeping what we've got, refinishing it, and going with that, I'm all over that. And all over that fireplace, looking to add a natural element and a little pizzazz. By using one single slab of marble, you can do something that is so beautiful. If it's in the budget, always go for the best quality you can afford. This piece here is called Amazonia.
Okay.
Comes from Brazil.
I like it as long as the price point doesn't make you feel like you're getting a Brazilian.
Okay. This would run us about $2,300 installed.
Okay, I just had a Brazilian.
This would be about $2,200. Do you want to see another choice?
Yes.
This one here, this would run us $1,600 installed. There are only 4 or 5 blocks of this left in total, and then it is gone forever. You like a design classic, baby? this is it. So what do you think?
I think we do it.
Out go the old narrow strip floors and in come the new lighter and wider planks. Once done, the new marble arrives and gets installed. Doesn't fit? Nothing a little trim can't fix. And we've got a plan for the dark, dreary wood paneling.
Wow! Look at that!
Hugely successful.
Oh!
Stunning with the brick, the original brick, and the floor, new floor.
This floor is just bang on perfect. It's actually better than I could have imagined with the brick.
Paint colors have been sampled on the wall.
Too dark, too gray, too green, too brown. I'm thinking it's this one. It's got a bit of gray and a bit of green.
I love that too.
There it is. Done. Great.
Do you need an owl?
No.
A stuffed fish?
No, I need a light fixture. I don't know, but I'd like to meet the former owner.
How about those?
Not quite right for a mid-century dining room. Let's look elsewhere. Oh, that's the one. Speaking of the dining room, it's tiny, which is why all the storage was crammed into the corner of the L-shaped space. I think we can put the storage back into the dining room where it belongs.
We could actually create a tall storage tower that could flank right opposite where the fireplace is. And I'm thinking that we basically use 2 wall cabinets. This is like a fan cabinet or a refrigerator cabinet. If we put 3 of them side by side, we can create a 7.5-foot long bench.
Okay.
Then we can actually put a top on it.
So this would be a custom top that we'd get made from our upholster?
Right.
For a family with 2 kids, the seat needs to be durable.
Look at that. Is that the right color?
Color-coordinated leather seems to be the right solution, and at only $3.75 a square foot.
It's a deal
We'll
and a
take them.
half.
You can have your measuring tape. Nice cake.
To go in front of the banquette, the search for a dining table begins. Starting at the auction house. There it is, with a floating glass top and mirrored base. Let the bidding begin.
200 and 220 and 240 now. 260 you're in and 280 asking. 280 I have and 300.
Things started off well,
650 is
but the bids continue to rise way past what we're willing to spend.
1,700 asking. $1,600 is
Somebody wants that table bad.
1,600 sold. 1,600.
Ah, well, you win some, you lose some. No dining room table, but at least we've addressed the fireplace, changed the floors, and found the jumping off fabric. This is a fabric that will get people talking.
I could live with it on a cushion,
It's a bit shocking.
maybe pin cushions.
You know that old sofa and chair? We've got plans for them.
I really don't like that plaid. I just think it's so ugly and dated.
How much did she dislike it?
I hate it.
Did she use the H word?
I hate it, to be perfectly honest with you. I now love the first fabric in comparison. I just think this is horrible, and I can't picture it anywhere in my house.
What did that plaid ever do to you? Did you have to wear it for a school portrait or something?
Listen, it was a $25 sofa. If she doesn't like it when it's recovered in our plaid fabric, she can take it out to the driveway and light it on fire for all I care.
Huh. To plaid or not to plaid? That is the question. Today's case study is this mishmash mid-century living dining room.
That works, but it doesn't work with these.
And that's what we're trying to do. Just got to win Erika and Michael over on a few things.
I really don't like that plaid. Honestly, I hate it.
I think she's wrong. I think this fabric is perfectly well suited to the application, to the clean lines of this sofa. It also works with the lines of the house. All I can say is, I hope I can prove her wrong. Maybe she'll come around. I'm sticking with my decision. That means we're moving forward with the plaid on the sofa. We also found more occasional chairs to reupholster, and we're custom designing an ottoman to work as the room's focal point with that Cha-Cha Copacabana fabric. You'd think we'd have enough furniture by now, but guess again.
This might be when you know you have a drinking problem. When you're hiding your wine.
Whatever do you mean?
No time for messing around. We still need to find a dining room table.
It's not a good day. Oh.
This is a great looking table.
Does this have a raw edge on it?
It does.
This could work really well with our floors.
And this will be a nice anchoring element for our banquette.
It's got that kind of indoor-outdoor vibe going.
This is the table.
This is the table,
This
right?
is the table.
Phew.
Now that we've found the table, we've got some chair options, which I suggest you test out before you buy. Comfort is key.
As soon as you put your back into the chair, you slide forward. This one is incredibly chic. And you know what it does? This piece of wood is digging right into my back. It's like a karate chop right in the middle of the back. Oh, thank you.
You just karate chopped me.
I know.
Can you illustrate your points verbally from here on forward, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you are right about this. This is awful. This hurts my back. Your chop hurt a little more,
Karate chop.
but this is still
please.
uncomfortable.
This? Okay, hello. I'm so comfortable. There's some flex to the back. I got some squishy on the seat. This is it.
69 bucks.
Yeah.
150 bucks.
Yeah.
189 bucks. You're in the most expensive chair, but it's leather.
Okay, I'll admit it. Sometimes the most expensive option simply is the best. Better still, the seats match the leather-top banquette we're building for the dining room. So we've got all the furniture for this open concept space, and all we need are rugs to anchor everything.
I think they're great.
One more purchase left. Artwork to tie everything together.
Do you like this?
No.
That's too red. It seems woodsy there to me.
Yes.
The whole landscaping and the connection to outside, so I'm not really feeling that I want more of a woodsy woodland tree.
So you don't want a landscape?
Well, okay, I guess that would be the faster and easier way to have said it.
Yeah.
Would you do this?
Sure I would. It's not really a landscape, it's a streetscape.
I mean, this would be an investment piece.
Back at the house, remember that fishbowl effect? We found a fabric, and now Lindsay's got some questions.
I need clarification on how the drapes are working here.
Okay, so we elected not to remove the pre-existing valance because it means patching the whole ceiling and we're trying to save money. I think we have two options. One is go...
Because we're keeping the valance, our best option is to go with a metal track with rollers. We could install a track in front of the valance, but the drapes would fall too far from the window. Whenever given the choice, I always like to experiment and try something new. So I had this idea.
What if you could do a blind that pulled up from the bottom? So you could pull it part way up.
That's weird. I think that's crazy. I think it's really
You
weird.
hate it?
I just think it's odd.
Guess not. So we're sticking with that $9 a yard curtain fabric to give Erika, Michael, and the kids some privacy. And take a look at the smoked mirror panels, which will reflect the landscape view from the dining room. We're working overtime to give this mid-century modern room some charm. We'll get a look at it all next. This mix and match mashup is becoming a modern masterpiece, regardless of niggling doubts.
I really don't like that plaid. I just think it's so ugly and dated.
Just drop her.
When selecting side tables, the rule of thumb is no higher than the sofa arm.
It's too small.
Mine feels a little low.
Mine is too tall.
This little guy here is just right.
My goal with this living dining room was always to make it feel like one terrific space with continuous flow. This interior is a living space that showcases what can be done with some great decorating solutions.
When we saw the room for the first time, we were thrilled.
I really couldn't believe it was the same space. It's just totally transformed. It's really beautiful.
My goal was to make the room work with the architecture and the origins of the house, to make it feel that it was connected to the surroundings and create more of an indoor-outdoor flow. And lastly, to make sure that you felt that you were able to use each and every square inch of this room. Because when you take advantage of the whole space, it actually feels pretty roomy.
We wanted this house to be lighter, brighter, modern, contemporary, and usable for this family. So what we did was 2 separate seating groupings, further expanding the space and the usage of the living room, and still linking it into what is still the obvious dining area.
We've created storage beneath where you sit and a single storage tower. I think it's clever and space-saving. By simply putting up a bit of mirror on the wall, I was able to create a reflection from the backyard. Suddenly, you've got another whole wall of windows. It's that easy.
The design really hit my two objectives, which was to bring the outside in and keeping that mid-century modern style to it.
The floral fabric on the ottoman is beautiful. In fact, it's probably one of the most striking things in the room.
I love our vintage sofa and chair. I think the makeover on those two pieces is nothing short of spectacular, and I couldn't be happier with it.
You know what? The plaid fabric actually looks really nice on the couch and chair. I was terrified of it. I really thought it was ugly when I saw it. But really, on the furniture, it's perfect for the room. I do love it. Now that we have window coverings, we're using the space in the evening, and we really weren't before.
Instead of just me sitting in the living room at nighttime reading, now the whole family's using the living room, so it's great. The redesign has changed our life, the way the whole design comes together, the layout, everything. Right now I'm picturing the kids just playing there, lying on the couch, reading, and we're all, we're living happily there.
It so surpassed my expectations. I'm just really, really thrilled with how it turned out.
I'd just like to say three things to Sarah and Tommy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The magic of this room and everything we did revolves around furniture, and it revolves around making the most out of the space you've got. We didn't change any of the essential structure. All we did was help this home realize its potential, because it had lots of potential.
Move it, Tommy. Ooh, that's yummy, and I think that's been sitting on the floor. Yeah, one of these? You want one of these?
See? Design team member, gone. Look at this. That's a beautiful fascinator.
Like my do? Should we make a marching band? Hold on, hold on. Okay, we're not gonna get any money doing this.